All right, everyone, here we go with an energy weather update. I tell you what, I laughed when I pulled this pre-shuffle because it's pretty much exactly what's going on. You know, it's this whole, we're talking about the environmental energies right now, which we don't control. We only control how we behave within them. So I'm giving you the environmental energies. A little heads up here. We've got and there's some astrology at play, but I think the core energies are doing more to cause this than the astrology, to be honest with you. But the astrology isn't helping. It really isn't, especially with Venus's placement. We got the Magician crossed by the Knight of Cups, the Two of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. Let's just talk about that. Underneath that's the Four of Cups. The urge to go is strong. The urge to leave. The urge for adventure. The urge to try something. It's like it feels urgent. It's like you got to take a wicked piss. It's like that. Except that it's not a wicked piss. It's to leave somebody, to do something, to try something different. I always wanted to climb the mountains of whatever. I mean, I don't know. Whatever it is. There's always there's that urge to do it. But the problem is, and here's the catch-22 of it. So there's that. There's that urge to try something new, venture. I can do it. I've got all the tools I need. But then there's this also within the energy. There's this on the backside of it. There's this lack of focus. There's this inability to focus on any one thing. We all got attention deficit disorder in this particular energy. It's affecting everybody differently, right? But at the same time, that's what's going on. So you can't, you get the idea. I mean, I couldn't even come up with an adventure. I got to swim in this energy. I was trying to come up with adventure. The hills of, I got nothing. I almost said the hills of Florida. I mean, if you, I mean, there's not a damn hill to be found. I mean, it's a sandbar, for fuck's sake. But yeah, no, we lack attention. We got all the gumption, all the nerve to go do it, but we lack the attention span a little bit. It's temporary energy. It's only lasting a few days. So just relax. Don't beat yourself up. Eight of Swords, okay? Don't beat yourself up about it. It's no big deal. Just chill. Okay, the time to take action will come. The time to rebuild, the time to try something will come. It's further back, though. All right, let's shuffle the deck. Let's see where we go. Let's pull some cards here. Let's pull a reading. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. Especially if now you're on your way to Florida to go climb the hills. Sorry about that. You might want to fact check me first. Okay? It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, you found Steve Love Terry, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. I'm not a fucking Time Lord. These are the environmental energies that are around right now, though. It is a lot of the core energy that's going on. A lot of antsiness. I said before, this is one of those years. I mean, every year is, if you're in a bad relationship or somebody attached to you is, every year the holidays are bad. But this one is particularly bad. I said that. And this is part of the reason why, although this is a very temporary, just a few days, just part of this week, I might stretch it until maybe the 5th, but I'm being generous, But either way, you get the urge to do something. Now, it's going to play out differently for all of you. You might not want to leave somebody or do anything that drastic. You might just get the urge to do something weird. Go to a farmer's market in a different town. That's crazy for you. Whatever is crazy for you, right? Whatever is like, whoa, I'm losing my mind. Whatever it is, But you lack the focus to get it done and do it right. So be careful, right? As you're doing too much traveling in this energy, you might find yourself wrapped around a telephone pole. And you want to be careful about that. You definitely want to be careful. All right, we got cards flying out here. It's time to stop. Yeah. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Cups. Yeah. Is this someone attached to you? It can't be. It's an energy weather update. I'm just pulling on the energy. Fine. The environmental energy within it, yeah, there's a grain of it. There's a grain of, this is what's causing you. How do I have to ask myself, how do I describe this? This is what's causing you to want to break out. Go to that farmer's market in another town. Climb the mountains of Florida. Leave that person that you've been with for a while who's boring, right? Watches TV, just eats. That's it. That's all they do. This is that energy that makes you want to do it. It's that longing for the things you didn't do, the things you didn't try. It's got that regret sort of energy attached to it. You got a few regrets from the past that might sneak in. The little regret devil comes in and bites you. More of a regret mosquito, if I'm to describe it like a bite, right? A little bit. A little bit. And then after a mosquito bites you, you get itchy. Right? It gives you that. But it's built on this Five of Cups energy. Right? It's a thin band of it. It's there. It's in the environmental energy, which is what this card is and what we're pulling on. So this is telling us more about it. It's crossing the center card I'm going to pull. All right? Okay. So watch out for that little mosquito. All right? Be careful. 2 swords. Yeah. Oh, this is good. Okay, what's there? Well, I knew that was there because that fell on the floor. I just forgot. I'll be honest with you, focus is tough in this energy. It's hard. Should be glad I'm not doing one of the big readings today. I mean, what the fuck? All right, what's the center card? The Ace of Wands. See? What did I say? I'm not making this stuff up. That's why I throw the cards. I don't need them. You could just stare at blue felt for 20 minutes, but... the cards are just, that's what they do. They just verify. They just back it up. Look at this Ace of Wands. Look at this big ideas. Ideas exploding into action and then blowing out real quick. No, I can't. Oh, I long. See, it's this mosquito. This card proves, and so does this actually, that this mosquito is a double-edged sword. He bites you, right? It's that regret mosquito, right? It bites you and then you get the itch to leave. Oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go. I'm gonna leave this. I'm sick of this shit, right? You say shit like that, right? I'm gonna do it. But then because you lack focus, you get sad, and you get even more sad. You get sad on the back end. Then, well, I can't. Right, like the horse, I can't. And then that match blows out. It flares up and it blows out. What's red with the Two of Swords? Saying the same thing. I can't. Then you realize you can't. There's a trigger. Most energies have a trigger. Okay? I'd like to point that out. Most energies have a trigger. Even if you don't read energy, you probably don't know. But with animals in particular, for example, I'll give you an example of animals. Dogs. The nicest dog. The sweetest, kindest golden retriever, all the way up to a pit bull, I'm sure, but the golden retriever, the nicest, sweetest dog. Every animal has a trigger. You have a trigger. There's something that would trigger you to do something that's completely out of character for you, right? Whatever it is, who knows? So they say we're all capable of this, and this sort of a thing. Yeah, that mother that lifts the car and to save the child that's trapped underneath it, that kind of a thing. Every energy has a trigger, all right? That nice golden retriever, if you hit that trigger, it'll bite you. It'll take you right out. It will. It's always there. Sometimes it's hard to find. Sometimes it's buried. It's buried deep. The triggers are on the surface here. Whatever this is something you've wanted to do. You've thought about it. You've dreamed about it. Whatever this Ace of Wands is my point. It's something you've thought about it. It's come up. You pass it off. You're very easy. In fact, most of the time, it's very easy for you to just push this away. Oh, yeah, I'm just being silly. You'll say something like that. The trigger, whatever your trigger is, the triggers, plural, for each of you, right, different, are on the surface. They're very much on the surface. And they're going to stop you in your fucking tracks. I will tell you that. Be careful. That's what makes this energy different. That's what makes it worth reporting on, right? All right. I'm going to pull on the trigger, and then I don't need to clarify anything else. This all I don't know what specifically you want to do. I have no idea what's crazy for you. You would, because you've thought about it. You've definitely thought about this. You've definitely thought about leaving that person. You've definitely thought about climbing the mountains of Florida. Crazy town, but you have. You definitely thought about, whatever it is. You've thought about going to the farmer's market in the other town. Ooh, you're a crazy person, right? You're crazy. They shouldn't even give you internet. You're nuts, all right? But whatever it is, the trigger for it is right on the surface. So that sad horse comes in pretty quick. But it leaves you sad, because you can't focus enough to do it. So keep that in mind too. So just don't play into it. If I'm telling it to you, if I'm telling you it's there, right, then you know it's there. You can question it. If you didn't know, you'd think you wouldn't question it, and then this energy owns you. The energy doesn't own you if you know about it. That's why these readings are valuable. I shouldn't have to tell you that, but apparently a few people need to hear it, I guess. I don't know why the energy is. Okay. Well, maybe you should talk to a few of my friends then, because they bug me every week. That's why I started these readings. I figured, well, if my friends bug me for this shit, I bet you there's thousands of people out there on the internet probably could use the information too. If this happens for you, right, then you know to question it. You know what's going on. The triggers are on the surface, so it'll happen for more of you than it normally would. Like I said, this is something you usually suppress pretty well. All right. I'm pulling on the trigger. Let's go. Knight of Swords. Why is that here? I'm pulling on it with the witches, and they just don't want to talk. It's just, I'm sorry. I'm still shuffling. Any kind of energy that's devilish, that's negative. You know, should I have that sip of whiskey? Should I take that drag off the cigarette? Should I go to that farmer's market in the other town? Should I leave this person? Anything like that that might be a little bit of staticky devil energy. All you have to do is question it. That's it. It doesn't want you, even if it's the con man type energy, right? That's devil energy. Somebody telling you this paperwork is all set and looks good. It's been signed by an attorney. It wasn't. It was signed by their roommate, right? I mean, and he just put an Esquire little thing next to it. I mean, you know, question it. That's it. Flim-flam people, flim-flam energies count on the fact that you're not going to question them. You're not going to fact-check, right? People are lazy with short memories. That's what people who will take advantage of you think of you. You're lazy, stupid, and you got a short memory. That's what they think of you, believe it or not. And they know it. And they know they can get away with it. This energy's trying to get away with something inside you. It's trying to flim-flam you into doing something that you might regret later. The good news is there is a stop for it, but the bad news is you get extra depressed because of that on the back end, right? It stops you. You get all excited to go do it. You get all gung-ho, and then you realize you don't have the focus to do it. You get even more mad at yourself. Then now you're like, I had an opportunity, and I even blew that, right? You might start to feel really sad and depressed. I don't want you to. Right? Chill. It's all a bullshit energy. It's nonsense. It's minor arcana. You can control it like crazy, this Five of Cups. All right. I'm running out of shit to tell you, and these cards don't want to talk. Tell me about the triggers. Tell me about this Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords brings a message of change, usually. I'm done shuffling. It's one message. That one thing that's said to you, one thing that changes everything, that all of a sudden you spring into action, right? Bottom of the deck is Temperance. The sad part is, whatever this is, it makes sense, right? I usually say this is the angel, it's truth. It is true on some level. It might be a truth that you don't want to hear. I don't know. Depends what the next card is. But it might be a truth. It actually does. It depends what falls on top. What falls on top? The Four of Cups. It's a truth you don't want to hear. It's something you usually ignore or suppress. It's happening. It's popping off all around you. It's usually this happens through somebody, because of the Knight of Swords, somebody might say something to you. The energy around us is always talking to us. It talks to us through happenstance and circumstances. One of the main ways it talks to us, besides coincidences and things along those lines, is through other people. Other people say something and you think to yourself, you either overhear it or somebody actually says it to you. And they don't even know what they're saying in the moment. That's the strange thing. They're almost in a trance while it's happening. This energy will do that. These triggers, they're right on the surface. They're coming around. Let's say your trigger was the word dog. But just hypothetically, the trigger's you hear the word dog and you go fucking nuts. You're ready to change your life. You're ready to dump everything, quit your job, do it all. You hear the word dog. In this energy, what this is saying is you just walking down the street. You will hear just random people will yell out the car, dog, as they go by. You know, you'll hear the word dog everywhere. The trigger is everywhere. Be careful. All right? It's usually something you don't want to hear. You can block it out. You are apathetic to it. It's very active right now. Why is that here? What did I just say? Look at that. There's the chariot. People in chariots going by, right? You'll be like, wow, look at that, a horse-drawn chariot. And they will yell the word dog. Dog! Oh, my God. I'm fucked. Right? There it is. So, Usually it's something that doesn't happen, will happen a lot more frequently. It's your trigger. It's more likely not the word dog. It's more likely a situation, or if you're in a relationship and it's always, you always think, someday I'm going to get out of this, right? Kind of a thing like that. And you shut it down. The person will say all the things that make you say that, right? They'll whatever it is, whatever habit they've got, who knows? There's all kinds of things that ruin relationships. It's usually the little things. It's usually little habits people have that drive you fucking nuts, and then you can't take it anymore. They will be doing all of them, right? If it's burping and picking their feet, but they don't usually do it at the same time, they'll be doing both. They'll be picking their feet and burping right next to you. Pick. It'll be going off like crazy. It's that kind of energy. I'm warning you about it so you fucking know. Initially, okay, let's pull some cards. Initially, 10 cups. It's the bridging energy here. It is a trigger. It is something that triggers something positive out of something negative. In other words, you have to perform a negative action to get something positive out of it. But all you're focused on is the end outcome. So if it's leaving a person, you're not focused on hurting that person or anything else that might happen, all the finances it might cost you, or what it might do to the kids, or whatever, where you're going to live. You're not thinking about any of that. You're just thinking about, I'm on my own. I'm out. That's all you're thinking about. It's a little bit of fairyland, so be careful. All right? Be careful. Hey, I'm just warning you about the energy. You can question this and shut it down easy. It's represented by a 5 of Cups. You're not going to have any problem shutting it down. It is an energy that is around. It's part of the core energy. Some of the current astrology is causing it to happen. Hell, it may even pop up in some of your horoscopes if you go to good places. I don't know. But it'd probably be general horoscopes where you're looking at just the astrology, not a specific sign, sort of a thing. But also beyond that, I'm not a Time Lord, like I said. This can affect you. For some of you, a few of you watching, this won't hit you until sometime in February. I guarantee it can happen that way. But this energy that's around right now, you'll smell it. You'll start to get a whiff of it before you drive up on it. For some of you, this will affect you in the immediate. So be careful about it. Let's see if there's anything else the universe wants to tell you. All right? Can we? Should we? Will we? Okay. And I didn't look, what's fueling this is an Ace of Pentacles. Oh, the excuse, this has been a long time coming. It was a good idea before, now I got an opportunity. And this is why you feel extra sad when you can't focus enough to do it. Because to you, it feels like a golden opportunity. All right? It's a big wood idea, I call it. All right, let's go. Anything else the universe wants to tell you? I'm just telling you this so you know. And I'm telling you how to get around it. Question it. As soon as you start to think something crazy, I'm going to go to that farmer's market in that other town. I'm going to leave this person. I'm going to climb the mountains of Florida. Whatever it is you think, whatever crazy town bullshit, say, what the hell am I thinking? Or use the phrase. Works every time. Works on the universe every time. Just say, stop it. And say it loud with a couple of exclamation points after it in all caps. Stop it. I don't want that energy. It works. It actually works. It's crazy. People think you're nuts out there on the street, but who cares? People are crazy anyway. Everybody's a little bit nuts. So you're the stop it person. Good, right? Whatever it is. You don't have to say it so loud that everybody hears. You can say it in your head really loud. Just make sure you put it out with feeling, not just words, right? Like you're singing a love song to someone you love, deep feeling. Rip your guts out with the words stop it. Then you'll be fine. This is a weak energy. It's not a big deal. Low vibrational people, they're going to fall for this like crazy. They're going to make some stupid moves, I'm going to tell you right now. Probably during the entire transit of Venus through Sagittarius. They're going to make some stupid moves. Low vibration people aren't going to beat this energy. Not by a mile. And that's, unfortunately, most people. Here we go. Final message to you before we get out of here. I got a thank you reading to pull today. It's December 1st, where I thank everybody for giving me a nickel for anything I do around here. I'm going to pull that motherfucker, I'll tell you what. We got a little card thing there. Knight of Wands and an Ace of Swords. Yeah. This is an energy that makes you think It's sort of a sounds too good to be true energy around. If I'm to back sum it up, I can take this energy and repackage it a little bit. It sounds too good to be true. Yet you're likely to, again, because of this, because of everything I've talked about, you're likely to go for it, sort of a thing, and then realize you don't have the focus. If it sounds too good, the rule of thumb in this energy, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Give it a pass, all right? Just question it. Don't move too quickly based on something you think you figured out. That would be a huge mistake here. Yeah. You're missing the point of a lot of things. There's a deeper meaning to this energy. I think it's meant, with the Hierophant here, I think it's meant to teach you something. I think it's meant to teach you a lesson of some kind, yeah? A lesson about what you truly want. It'll make you think something that actually is good for you is bad for you. It has a bad effect on that, right? You'll turn cold to something that's absolutely beautiful. And you need to be careful about that. It's here to teach you something. It is part of your journey. And this soulmate cycle, the Chariot came out. I mean, it's not how it read, but there's still the energies attached, And for me, this card represents this soulmate cycle. It's part of your journey on this soulmate cycle. It's one of the lessons you need to learn. There's that old saying, you don't know what you got till it's gone. A lot of people, especially low vibration people, tend to learn that lesson the hard way. It's better to figure out what you got before it's gone. And this is the type of energy where you want to make damn sure you're doing that. All right? That's all I'm saying. All right. The farmer's market isn't greener in the other town. I tell you, the way this reads. Oof. All right. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Good luck.